Hello artists, welcome back. It's that time again to do another review, and this time we're going to be checking out the Art and Fly 72 color pencil set. All of the timestamps are in the description box below, or you can skip to the part that you want to with the little chapters here that YouTube has provided. And so therefore, let's get on with the show. And if you enjoy this channel and you like this video, hit like, all that jazz, subscribe, notifications, etc., etc. So I'll see you after everything is over with. Hello, it's ready. Some time for unboxing. I completely forgot about this, and I went to my doorstep and I was like, what did I order? And then I just realized I didn't order anything. The fantastic folks at Art and Fly sent me something. I don't know what it is. So my guess is as good as yours, and your guess is as good as mine. So let's just go ahead and see what's going on here. I also I don't have any makeup on right now, and I didn't feel like setting up the other camera, so let's just do this and we'll see what happens. Okay, they really do package this stuff up pretty good. Just trying to get a box open. What is it? Oh, they always write handwritten letters. It's so sweet. We're expanding our colored pencils. Oh my goodness. We haven't even released this set yet, and you're the first person we're sending them to. Oh, that is so awesome. Have a wonderful day. Your Art and Fly fans. Oh, I'm a fan of you guys. You guys are awesome. Oh my goodness. I'm so honored. I am honored. Okay. Let's take a look at these beauties. Oh, beautiful. Now currently they have 48 on their website, but they don't have them in a tray. They come in a tube, which is fine. It's good for convenience, but I had asked them if they were going to expand their colored pencils, and they said yes, but they didn't know when, and I'm so excited. Look at all these, and then you got your color chart right here. How beautiful. Yes, yes. And set them like that. Look at that. And look at the second tray. So you've got your yellows and your oranges and your reds and your pinks and purples and then your blues. And then here you've got some more blues heading into greens and kind of some earth tones and some flesh tones. And then you've got your grays in here. So, I mean, this is a nice comprehensive set. I like this a lot. Thank you so much, you guys. I am so excited to use these. Up in the top right hand corner you'll see a little card, and it'll take you to the video that I talk about their wonderful markers, and then I also reviewed their 48 set of color pencils. So the kind of quality that you're going to get with these is just, it's kind of unmatched as far as an oil-based, budget-friendly colored pencil. I haven't seen anything that has been any better that has been completely oil-based. So, and the next thing we will get into is swatching these, and I'm going to create some art with these. So thank you so much, Art and Fly, for sending me these once again. Okay folks, you know what time it is. It is time to swatch these beautiful color pencils. We have a fantastic blank sheet. We're ready to go, and check out these Vincent Van Gogh nails, huh? You like them? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get started and talk a little bit about the company and a voiceover as well. So I'm ready to get started. Let's go.
So Art and Fly are a small family-owned business that originated in New York City and now operate out of Houston, Texas. The company felt that it wasn't right that the markup on art supplies had prevented some people from having access to such a powerful creative outlet, so it's their mission to provide high-quality tools at the best prices. The company doesn't really advertise much, and they do everything that they can to keep their budget small and their tools affordable. For example, right now, as of September 2020, you can purchase this set on Amazon for only $28.97. That's insanely affordable for such a large amount of pencils that are high quality in performance, in my opinion. So as far as the colors go for this set, there was a beautiful variety of blues, such as lapis and Egyptian blue. Those were some of my personal favorites. But I also love that they have included a true red color, which is a very pure red primary tone. There are some lovely purple tones, both warm and cool. Just as a note, the pure marigold and morning light, which you'll see here in a moment, they would be great for blonde hair in a portrait. That's what I thought whenever I was creating my piece. And this set is more pure and bright in its colors. As you can tell, it's more of a spectrum kind of situation, which is completely fine by me because I love bright colors, of course. But I also found it's very heavy in the green tones, and it would be nice if it was a little bit more balanced and they had a little bit more variety in the brown and gray tones. And some of the skin tones, light and dark, were, you know, there could have been a little bit more in that area, but there's enough to get by. But I found myself reaching for different sets for the portrait colors and some of the lighter tones. There are some pastels in this set that are lovely, but not enough for me to capture my specific color in my eyes. So I had to end up reaching for a couple different sets, which I'll talk about later. Ooh, fancy!
So I was trying to think of something that I could use these pencils for, and I've always kind of gravitated towards drawing eyes, but I've never drawn my own eyes. It's not always easy to take a look at your own eyes because they are the window to the soul. I mean, that's cliche, but I believe it's absolutely true. And I think that's probably why I love drawing eyes, because there's so many different beautiful colors and just so many personalities shine through. Maybe I can recreate this photo again in the future, like every 10 years, like take a picture of my eyes that is, you know, kind of similar position so you can see the difference. I think that would be interesting. But this is the first time I've ever drawn myself, so we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. Honestly, it's kind of intimidating to think about a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and attempt it. So join me on this journey.
Okay, so here we go. First, I wanted to note that I sketched this out by looking at the photo without a trace and transfer. The reason why I did that is that sometimes I find it easier to sketch it out and it just takes too much time to do a trace and transfer, but that's not necessarily a bad thing if you do trace and transfer. I just wanted to make that disclaimer. So that's what I did, and so I do want to say that I found some of the bright colors in this set, which you'll see later on, to depict my eyeshadow here in the photo that worked out really well and were a color match. And so that's a strength of this set, is that they have some beautiful bright colors. I do want to note that while I did use the artichoke, the deep moss, and occasionally using the emerald shade worked out really well for parts of my iris, especially the outer ring, I did find myself reaching for my Holbein set for some of the most pale green and pale blue colors to find color matches that I needed. So part of that is because my eyes are so pale in this part of the photo. So, you know, it's just partially the way that the light hits it, and my eyes are just that pale sometimes. So I did use the Art and Fly set for a good 80% of this portrait though, because I did my best to make sure that I could try and get the color matches that I needed. I also did use some of the soft white from the Holbein set that's kind of a softer, waxier version of their original white, so that I could lay that on top and add in accents. So some of the definite pros of this set, which are big ones to me, are that one, these colored pencils are easy to layer. I mean, I was able to get in about 6 layers in some areas without any trouble, and you'll see that I don't actually blend it until much later on. That's why I wanted to make sure that I got plenty of layers in before I started to blend. And by the way, this paper is Strathmore 400 color pencil paper, and it's an excellent paper. I use this sometimes, but I prefer the 300 vellum bristle board. That's just what I used in college, you know, old habits die hard, etc., etc. These pencils do blend very well, and for this piece I used the Mona Lisa odorless mineral spirits to blend mostly, as well as the colorless blender from Prismacolor and some of the finer detail areas, including my eyes and my eyelashes. So I did have a small spot on the left outer eyelid that lifted up some of the color for the first time that I used the blending, the odorless mineral spirits, and I've never had this happen before. You'll see this here in just a few minutes, but I've never had this happen before. And I'm theorizing that maybe I possibly had too much odorless mineral spirits on the brush, and that I over blended the area with it. If you've ever had this happen to you before, please let me know in the comments section. I'd really like to hear what you have to say about that, because I was a little bit frustrated by that and I don't want to repeat that mistake. So 3, and this is a big one, no breakage or crumbling. And these pencils, they have a slightly creamy laydown, but they're slightly hard. Not scratchy though, just slightly hard because they're oil based. And but I had no problems sharpening them. They never broke while I used them, and there was no crumbling when applying heavier layers, medium pressure, heavier pressure. And I am an artist that can tend to get heavy-handed with the colored pencils and just heavy-handed in general. So that says something. And for sharpening, I use the Westcott iPoint Halo Sharpener. It's an electric sharpener, and it keeps your pencils from over sharpening, and it's great for colored pencils. It has a sensor in it, and so it'll stop the pencil from being sharpened once it's gotten to a fine point, so that it prevents or it cuts back on breakage with colored pencils. So I wanted to say as a side note, I am so sorry that my hair got in the way several times here. I was just in the zone. I wasn't really thinking, and I apologize about that. I also had to use the electric eraser for a moment on that inner corner of my eye, as you saw. I wasn't happy with the way it was looking the first time around, and the color lifted perfectly fine. So these colored pencils erase well with an electric eraser, and that is the Derwent electric eraser, and I'll have links in the description box for everything. Just a side note, they are affiliate links as well, by the way. I think I pretty much mentioned my cons already earlier for this set regarding the colored selection. Just maybe less greens and more variety of skin tones and grays, just as a note to the company. Maybe they can create, a portrait set or a gray tone set, and maybe some more pastel colors. However, this would make a wonderful complementary set for those of you who collect colored pencils, or you have a collection and you're looking for something that's more oil based. And especially for those of you who are wanting to explore more oil-based colored pencils, and maybe you don't have any and you don't want to spend a fortune on colored pencils. Yes, we're on the home stretch, everybody. And my favorite part of a colored pencil piece, or just about any work of art, is when you finally get to add in those magical details towards the end of a creation that make all the difference in the world. And so that's where we're at right here, right now. And I get to add in all the lashes, etc., etc. And as you saw, I used the Uniposco fine point white paint pen for the whitest reflections in the eyes, if you're wondering what I was using. It's only so much that you can see in the speed paint. So here I'm blending everything over again, and with the skin tones and all the hair and everything, and just adding more details and more shading in here. And I kind of had to improvise a little bit there, so with the piece and the portrait and everything. So that was a lot of fun, and just it challenged me in a way that I hadn't been challenged in a while. So that was a lot of fun. And I really do enjoy colored pencil. It's just it takes such a long time, frankly, and I'm not always the most patient artist in the world. So this was a challenge and a test of patience for me too. And so I had a lot of fun creating this, though, and it was interesting to be able to create a part of myself. I might do it again in the future, who knows, but All in all, I do recommend this set. I had a lot of fun creating with it, and I hope that you found this review helpful.
Hi, welcome back to it. I'm awkward in front of a camera sometimes, but that's okay. I just like to pretend that I'm not. So I hope that you enjoyed that review. I enjoy doing reviews. However, I probably will be laying off some of the reviews for a little bit, and I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on techniques and vlogs, and just because it just seems like there's too many reviews right now, and I really just kind of, it feels vapid a little bit, so. And I hope that if you're doing Inktober that you will tag me in some of your Inktober posts in Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram as well. And I'm going to be doing the sketchy 30 Faces 30 Days Inktober class. Hopefully I get all 31 days, but we'll see. We'll see. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and a creative month, as I said before, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, keep creating, everyone. Stay inspired through this crazy year. Oh my God. Oh shit, I'm recording. Oh. Hello. Decided to go ahead and purchase them. All of the links are in the description box below. And so thank you for joining me. I hope that this has helped you out and just welcome to my channel where I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Welcome to my channel where I almost cut off my fingers. Sorry if the reflection of the softbox is in my new glasses. They're fancy. Yellows and oranges and reds and blues and purples and more. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's start that over again. Check that out. Oh, yeah. It's the end of the day, guys. Just forgive me.